Hello everyone, and welcome to the end of my solo playthrough of Axis and Allies Stalingrad. We've reached the end of the game, so the end of round 13, and let me tell you what happened. Well, it ended in a German major victory, but they were actually very lucky to pull that off. There was one German infantry unit here, which actually survived, and another one here, and what I did is I moved the one here into the Southern Railway Station. I moved that one into there, which actually wasn't needed. The Russian units that were there, I have to admit that the German units rolled pretty well, but the Russian units that were there never would have been able to inflict so many hits. So actually I should have left this infantry unit in here, because as I said, they were pretty lucky to survive this. And then you may think, okay, that's only on a 1 and on a 2. That's true, but since it was an assault, actually as many as 6 rocket launchers also attacked them previously, and they all missed. I bought 2 new ones, placed the 2 artillery on the road bridges. Okay, I could have and I should have done that. I should have landed them and moved that one in here as well. That might have made a difference. I completely forgot to do that. You know what? I'll just roll that one live and see if it makes any difference. So here we go. No, it would have been a miss too. So the German major victory still stands. What else happened? You may wonder, where do all these mechanized infantry come from? Well, I bought one of them, and I placed it into Kumsky, and then I used road movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I moved it into Potomac 5, which was its final move, which is what road movement allows you to do. And it right away doubled. The other one, I believe, was still there, and this one I already explained how it got there. There was also a fight going on in Orlovka. The Russians actually took it. They chose to take a hit on a bomber, and the Germans chose to take a hit on their turn on their fighter, so as to not lose this one. Well, they did lose it, but that was only on the Russian turn, so these 2 units should not be there anymore. I just wanted to show you what happened to them. I already explained on the previous round what I did here. I placed, I believe it was an assault gun or a tank, I don't actually remember, but I moved it down, I believe, from here, so that these Russian units would only be able to move in on their turn, which they did, along with an artillery from Rhinock. This tank actually came from the city board. But yeah, they are very close to Potomac, which is very lightly defended, so no doubt they would have taken it had the game lasted another round, but it didn't, so yeah, they couldn't get any closer. Here I put 2 infantry, the ones from Gonorovo Station. I put them in here, and on the German turn, the Russians actually scored 3 hits, I believe, so I took 2 hits on the planes that were there, because it was a German assault. And on the German turn, on the Russian segment of the turn, one infantry actually survived. So yeah, even if it hadn't, I mean, the same would have applied as here. They wouldn't have been able to move in on this turn anymore. But this area actually remains contested. Yeah, those are the most important things here. The tank moved into Kopania, and it assaulted, but it didn't cause any hits. Neither did the German artillery. And initially I moved the so this was actually a blitz, and initially I moved the rocket launcher in here as well, but then I figured out it's not allowed. I hope I didn't make any more such mistakes. I don't think so, but you never know. Rocket launchers can only move into a zone that has been friendly controlled since the start of the Russian movement phase, which in this case it obviously wasn't. Yeah, so this concludes the game. As I said, a major German victory, which had I played a bit more conservatively would have been, well, I probably would have reached the same result, because at a certain time, I believe it was around round 8 or something, it became clear that a total German victory was not within the realm of possibilities. But yeah, a major one. As I said, in this case, I got pretty lucky because these 3 Russian units actually all missed, and certainly one of them could have hit, and then the Germans wouldn't have been able to reach the requirement of controlling at least one RP zone on the city board and being able to trace out of it, which is not a problem. Yeah, so this concludes the game. I'm going to do probably tomorrow a review of the game in a separate video, and I hope you've enjoyed this little playthrough, and I hope you'll enjoy the upcoming review as well. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.